Someone asks, "Big plans for your birthday?" You say, "Not really, it's just a day." And they look at you like you just said something deeply disturbing. Psychology actually backs you up, and the science reveals something surprising. The way you treat your birthday says far more about your mental wiring than your social calendar, the brain that learned to let go. For some people, birthday indifference wasn't a choice, it was learned. Psychologist Martin Seligman's research on learned helplessness showed that when the brain repeatedly expects a reward and gets nothing, it eventually stops predicting the reward altogether. Birthdays are high expectation days, and for people who experienced repeated disappointment, a forgotten birthday, a cancelled plan, a party that never came, the brain quietly rewired itself. It stopped releasing that anticipatory dopamine. It stopped hoping. So when someone shrugs and says, "It's just another day," that sentence likely took years to build, the high-functioning forgetter. Then there's a completely different type, the person who genuinely forgets their own birthday, not out of sadness, out of pure cognitive overload. Psychologists refer to this as time blindness, a well-documented phenomenon, particularly linked to high-focus individuals and those with ADHD traits. When your brain is juggling deadlines, projects, and responsibilities, a single date quietly slips through the cracks, right next to the dentist appointment and the email you've been about to send for 3 weeks. These people aren't suppressing anything. Their brains simply filed birthday under not urgent, the ones who are just fine. Now here's the group that genuinely puzzles people. The ones who didn't forget weren't hurt. They just don't need it. Psychologists Deci and Deci Ryan developed self-determination theory, one of the most robust frameworks in modern psychology. Their core finding: people with the strongest psychological well-being draw satisfaction from internal sources, not external validation or social ritual. These individuals have also, perhaps unconsciously, escaped what researcher Philip Brickman identified as the hedonic treadmill, the cycle of chasing the next celebration, the next milestone, the next external high, only to find it never quite satisfies. People who don't need a birthday to feel valued aren't missing something. They stopped outsourcing their sense of worth to a calendar date, and that, quietly, makes others uncomfortable, because it challenges the assumption that everyone needs the same things to feel whole. The important distinction. Psychologist Jennifer Crocker at the University of Michigan studied what she called contingencies of self-worth and found something important. Some people don't opt out of celebrations from a place of peace. They opt out from fear. Fear that if they let themselves want it and it falls short, it confirms something they already suspect about themselves. There's a real difference between someone who doesn't need the party and someone who wants it but won't let themselves admit it. Only you know which one you are. And the fact that you're asking the questions that already matters. We've been conditioned to believe celebration equals self-worth, that a quiet birthday means a sad one, but psychology suggests the opposite might be true. The people least dependent on external events to feel significant are often the most internally grounded. You don't need a cake, a song, or a crowd to confirm your value. If this resonated with you, drop a comment. And if you want more psychology that actually explains you, subscribe. The next video might surprise you.